With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scan to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and party life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over it and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end.
This last year, I'll say it again, I actually do play some mobile games. I do. Alright?
Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, the 12th of November 2022. It is a Saturday, of course, and I hope you're all enjoying your weekend so far. Mine's been alright. As you can see on the screen, Phil done a wee poll on his Twitter the other night. Flash poll, what do you think is going to ultimately happen here on Twitter amidst all the recent chaos? A viral 576 votes later, Twitter goes bankrupt is the most popular option. So yeah, but interestingly enough, like a quarter of the people voting thought Musk will save the business. So, it's I guess, I don't know, it's hard to fucking see what's going to happen, but almost half of the people that voted in Bill's repoll think it's, it's going to go bankrupt. So there you go. Just reading the chat, DSP the unsponsorable. But there you go. Phil is in his chat right now and he's all chirpy and happy here. What's he saying? So far, Frontiers is very interesting. He can't wait for more today. He's very happy with his current game's rotation. He says it's cold where he is, but it's full sun. He just posted up that we're live. Let me now jump onto the laptop. Fucking exciting shit as usual from Phil Burnell. Yeah, he honestly acts like a fucking 70-year-old man. He's 40. And he looks like he's fucking ancient, not shit, but he acts like he's a fucking pensioner. Phil puts the act in geriatric. He really does. Let's not waste any time, guys. Let's just get fired into picking our card for today's game. By the way, is going to win our selection for his card. Hooray. Fucking hooray for that. Nothing strange about the card today, nothing unusual, nothing unique or whatever. Snort is the centre space, as usual. And yeah, and we're going to use by the way as a criteria for picking our card today. So let me just Control F this. By the way, we need a number. Whoops, I typed in U instead of Y, so there you go. So, we need a number between 1 and 208, but I'm going to have some criteria to this. The first number I see in chat, which contains the number 2, will be the card I pick. So I'm going to have to ignore Timo Kusela, who said 69. 42, Simtrick Train was the first one in chat I saw that said 42. So I'm going to pick the 40-second bingo card for today's game. Thank you very much for that. Unlucky Timo Kusela, he tried to nip in ahead there with the tried and tested 69, but alas, it was not to be. Although I do appreciate you channeling the spirit of profit and suggesting 69. It's always a go-to number for most people, let's be honest. Quasar, at my end, on my chat, you were second. Train was first, Quasar you were second, Evil ADR was third. It was close. But there you go, we're going to just pick the 40-second bingo card for today. And hopefully this is going to be the one that gets us a full house. We are due a full house. I want it to fucking happen. I went too far, sorry. Just scroll up again. There we go. Here is the 40-second bingo card on the left-hand side, guys. So this is the card we've got for today's game. Quasar, what happens if you give a 1 minute man $20 tip? then I'll be $20 richer. Nothing happens, I'm sorry. You might as well hold on to your money, pal. So, the level 1 podcast bingo for today is a card on the left hand side. We're starting off with what the fuck are you talking about, or what are you talking about is also an option. By the way, his voice cracking, his chair creaking, and something style. Then I'm talking about gifted memberships, you guys, absolutely, him bumping a microphone, and him messing about with his phone in some capacity. Then we've got him saying interesting, wrong, him snorting, him talking about his family in some capacity, including Jasper, and him saying, you see. Then the fourth row is positive, new games, him being toxic in general, him giving a thumbs up, and him repeating the same point constantly. And the final row is him clearing his throat, him using hateful slurs, him being defence mode, which is basically why he tries to defend himself being a piece of shit or a lazy bastard or whatever, him burping down the microphone, and him saying, help. So that is a bingo card for today. I think it's a very robust card indeed. I have a very good feeling about today's bingo. I have a good feeling about most bingos, but then again, that's just me. I'm a cheery, positive motherfucker, I guess. I am going to save this bingo card very quickly before I forget to save it, because I have been known to forget to save it in the past because I'm a dumb bastard like that. That is what it is. Let me just save it very quickly. There we hang on 2 seconds. There we go, that should be good. Excellent stuff. The bingo card has been saved and we've not lost it. Still can't believe it happened one time. Very embarrassing. But I won't make that mistake again. As long as I remember that I didn't have that one bad mistake happen before, I will not be doomed to repeat it, hopefully. Oh, Phil's been spamming the shite out of his fucking chat, Jesus Christ. So what's he saying here? What's he saying? The new laptop. So let me now jump on a laptop, and someone said, Genetics said Phil has a new laptop. Hope it gets commented on the podcast. The new laptop is over a year old and not a gaming laptop. No idea where you got your info from. Lol, good morning. I want a laptop now and ready to chill. And Pila said he thought it was a new laptop because you said something about it being brand new, unless it was a joke. So Pila's randomly trolling Phil in his chat about him having a fucking new laptop. But there we fucking go. Few wee green names in Phil's chat today, so some of these random generic members are turning up, but quite a lot of white names as well here, just kind of bland names of these guys are not becoming members. Jordan is not becoming a member, Tyler's not becoming a member, Eddie, no trolling, Trigger, no memberships for them. And as you see, he's ready for more Sonic. He was so intrigued at the game back on Tuesday and happy to finally get back to it. Boring ass shit. But yeah, as you can see, Phil's memberships are still at 892 apparently, and we are about a week away from Phil's members plummeting. He has a week to get, you know, over 100 odd members to hit the 1025 target. I've been reminded that Phil will lose a few hundred members after the 19th of November. But Phil hasn't got much reason to complain lately because he has been doing extremely well lately for support. Look at the tips he's had recently for the last 5 streams for Phil Burnell. If we highlight the tips only, those 5 streams alone, $1,275 in tips by themselves. And yeah, it's all looking rosy and quite happy for Phil. For those 5 times, Phil got over $200 in total from the streams. And yeah, it's just one of those things where Phil is having a lot of very good positive support lately. And also you can probably, I think it's fair to argue that it is, you know, partially due to the new games coming out as well. You know, these deadheads get very excited about Phil playing a brand new fucking game. So naturally they're going to think, oh great. Train's saying don't forget now dudes, the Sonic Cat is in contention. I don't think it is actually. I think Phil said that was specifically a one-off. I do believe he might not be bringing the Sonic Cat back again. They only brought it back at one time because it was a debut of the game. I might be wrong, who knows? And maybe money will talk, and you know the very, you know, open wallets of the dentheads in Phil's chat might encourage him. Oh wait, it's in his most recent tweet. I could have sworn he said that, you know, he only brought it back for the premiere. The Sonic Cat is eligible to your retina train. I genuinely didn't think he was going to bring it back, but I guess money talks after all. The fans are going to pay him hundreds of dollars just to see him wear that stupid ass fucking hat. Bloody hell, man. I did not expect that at all. But, okay guys, so we're just waiting for Phil to go live. He's going to get, you know, set up and all that shit. But he's probably going to go live in about 10 minutes or so. So what's he saying now? I haven't seen anyone saying the game blows. What's he talking about here? Sonic, he's talking about Sonic game. He hasn't seen anyone saying the game blows. It's a bit rough around the edges, but overall it's a very unique outing for Sonic. And he's talking about Colours as well. Colours is a simple fun game, not ultra challenging, but still a good ride. I can't comment on a game I've only played 3 hours on. Lol. Yes, you can. You can absolutely comment on a game you played 3 hours on because you can give your initial impressions on a game so far. It's perfectly acceptable to give an opinion on the game so far based on your 3 hours of fucking playing. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's bizarre they fucking say can't fucking give a comment on the game after 3 hours. Yeah, I gave a comment on God of War the other day after 5 hours. Is 5 hours a fucking limit as to when I can fucking give a comment on a game? Not 3? Pretty strange logic there from Phil, as usual, but there you go. But I am going to get the stream all properly set up, guys. Turn the music up, I'll mute myself, and Phil will probably start the podcast in about 10 minutes or so. So I'll catch up with you guys when Phil begins the show.
It's time to push back. It's time to push back. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Please tip me. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Because I have bills coming up. I've never ever used a hateful slur. Ever. And that pisses me off.
I want to watch some faggot. Some homo.
Fiddle's a nigger.
You better take a sip.
The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain, just the rain has lots of mess and weight. The rain is very heavy, heavy is the rain.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little picky, why you? Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little picky, why you?
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's gonna
kind
be
of sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart,
spice.
tart and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix.
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams.
And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet. To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben taxes. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but I'm kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys, and you know, how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fellas, going live with the podcast right now as his dumbass intro is playing in the background. You guys all know the drill by now, but in case you don't, then just tag me in chat in case I miss anything on the card. If you see or hear anything that happens on this card and I miss it, you harass the crap out of me because I'm a dumb bastard and sometimes when I see signs I can't help it. But hopefully we get 25 out of 25 today. If I do, one of you guys can win 25 quid off me as a wee prize. So get a full house, full 25 out of 25. 100 likes on the full stream equals free space, 25 snorts equals a free space. Good luck guys, let's do this.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. And ladies and gentlemen, today, you can see it's a celebration. We are returning to the world of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I am all for it. Today is Saturday, the 12th of November, 2022. How is everyone today? I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the show. A much more relaxed show than yesterday. As you know, yesterday, I was returning back from my break. There have been quite a lot going on to talk about. Today, not so much. Today is kind of going to be the opposite, where there's not that much to talk about on the podcast, and that's fine. I mean, I'll have a few things to touch upon. Like, I want to give you my thoughts on God of War Ragnarok now that I'm about 8 hours in. I want to talk about Sonic Frontiers after having played that initial stream of it the other day, and now that we're jumping back into it full force today. You know, a little bit of an update on the Twitter situation and stuff like that, but for the most part, way more relaxed today. I would be shocked if this podcast runs late. I can't imagine that it would. There likely will be time for Q&A and stuff at the end of the show, which we do sometimes when there's time for it, you know. So, I'm excited. Hope that you guys are excited as well for a more chill day, all right? First things first, I guess what we should really do is reassess the schedule. Basically, right now, I'm looking at, you know, what games am I currently playing? What games are coming out in the next week to 2 weeks? And what realistically can I fit into my schedule that makes sense and what maybe doesn't make sense for right now? And I talked a little bit about this yesterday, and then I updated my schedule and posted it up, and immediately I got people responding, and they're like, oh my god, he doesn't have this game in the schedule, and I can't believe, excuse me, stupid frog in my throat, I can't believe he doesn't have this particular game in the schedule. I'm so upset about it. I don't understand it. So what I'm going to try to do is a whole segment here where I try to explain my schedule and my reasoning, my rationale behind it. I hope it will make sense. And again, what I would like to reiterate before we even get to this, okay? Just because I am not playing a new game on release day, all right, or even in some cases the whole week of release, does not mean that I am not going to actually play that game at all, all right? Some people have a lot of misconceptions that if I'm skipping a game on release week, that's it. It's a dead game to me and I will never touch it ever again. I'm not interested in it. It couldn't be further from the truth. I'll give you a perfect example. Mario and Sonic, let's try that again. Mario and Rabbids, as you can tell, I have Sonic on the brain this morning because of Sonic Frontiers. Mario plus Rabbids, the newest one, I forgot what it's called. Kingdom Battle was the first one, right? Whatever the sequel was from a few weeks ago, right? I've basically been told this game is really good. Some people have even said it's in their Game of the Year contender, games because it's so good. I kind of felt like it was going to be. Everything that we saw about the new Mario plus Rabbids looked outstanding. It looked like it was a very fun game that was going to massively improve upon the formula of the first. And in some cases, people are saying it's actually better as a stream because the first game was very slow-paced, turn-based like XCOM. I'm being told this one, they actually have new game mechanics and things that speed it up that actually make it a lot more interesting. Okay? That's cool. And I was very interested in playing it, but let's face it, look when it came out in the midst of so many other new releases, right? In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be faced with the very difficult task of picking and choosing which game I want to play when there's multiple new games coming out. Already there's games such as Goat Simulator 3, the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection. These are games that I was interested in. I just can't play them right now. How am I supposed to when I'm already playing 4 or more games at one time, right? Again, this is the time of year that game developers all release their games at once, which makes absolutely no sense because they all cannibalize each other. Only a few can survive. Games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will be the big winners. And then you're going to have giant losers. Games that otherwise, if they had been released somewhere else in the year, in the landscape of the game releases, they probably would have done well. But because these game developers / publishers, a lot of the times it's the publisher that makes this decision, make these terrible decisions about release windows. Oh, if we release it in November, that means that it'll get artificially inflated sales for Christmas, and we're going to make a lot of money. And in reality, their game gets completely swept up under the rug. No one even buys it because people are so interested in the high-profile games like God of War Ragnarok, right? That's unfortunate. In fact, wasn't I just saying just a couple of weeks ago about A Plague Tale Requiem that this game was really good, really impressive graphics, improvements upon the formula of the first game. For the most part, if you liked Plague Tale, you're going to love the sequel. After the first day Plague Tale was out, that was it. No one talked about it. It was as if it never existed. Previously, A Plague Tale Innocence was talked about for months because it came out at a time of the year when there was nothing else out, and it was kind of a sleeper hit that everyone bought because they didn't realize it was going to be good and there was nothing else going on. In this case, you can't release a game like that in the midst of this busy gaming season. It will be forgotten, and that's exactly what happened. So you see what I'm saying? Like, this is a really bad time of the year for games that aren't the giant, high-profile, over-promoted games to come out and just kind of be forgotten, and that sucks. I'm going to do my absolute best to cover the games that I'm most interested in. I feel like you guys have the most interest in as soon as they come out, and then other games are going to have to wait, and that's okay because this is going to give us padding of a lot of new stuff to do over the course of maybe the second half of December into all of January. Looks like February of next year will be absolutely insane for the amount of new releases coming out, but we will have some open time before then, and we're going to have a lot of games to choose from. Let's put it that way. All right. So first of all, let's talk about the things I'm most interested in the next few weeks. Currently, what are we doing today? Sonic Frontiers continues on my first stream. I am very intrigued by this game. It is not what I was expecting at all. I thought that it was going to be Sonic. It does have Sonic mechanics, and it has Sonic characters, but the gameplay of the game does not feel like Sonic at all. Having an open world atmosphere with constant little mini challenges and platforming runs, mini bosses, big bosses and things, and then stages that play like classic Sonic kind of littered in between, Definitely not what I was expecting from this game at all. I thought it would be more along, you know, what you really expect from classic Sonic. It's definitely not. That's interesting. Now, I've only gotten to play the game once because God of War Ragnarok literally came out the day after. Okay, and I kind of knew that was going to happen, that even if I liked it, it was going to have to hold for a couple of days for me to play God of War before I could get back to it. So today I'm getting back to it, and I'm happy to be getting back to it. My question ultimately for Sonic Frontiers is this. The first 3 hours were interesting because I was like, whoa, that's not what I expected. And some of these puzzles and mini games and things were interesting. Will that hold up for the entirety of the game? Or are we going to get to a point where it just becomes like, all right, this whole game feels like busy work. The whole game just feels like mini challenge, platform challenge, little enemy, mini challenge, platform challenge. Will there ever be anything in the game that feels like epic in scope and feels like you're actually making major progress to the point where it feels like a narrative game? Or is this literally going to be just the game of open world mini stuff, mini challenges, and then you get bored of it because it's just too much? That's the question I have right now. Now, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in regards to that. All right, I'm trying to feel hopeful. The first 3 hours, I liked it. And like I said, the one major criticism I had for the first 3 hours, the graphics. There's tons of pop-in. I don't know how they didn't make the graphics better on current gen consoles. It's pretty obvious what they tried to do is make it cross-platform, and they didn't really focus too much on making the current gen run better, which is unfortunate because I think they should. If you're paying, you know, for a current gen version of the game, you should get a current gen version, not a nerfed version because it was also running on the Switch. That's pretty stupid. Okay. The other thing is, 3 hours in, I have absolutely no idea what the hell's going on in this game. You know, I don't know what the plot is. I don't know who the characters are. All I know is Sonic got sucked into some kind of an alternate dimension. He's seeing his friends like Amy through a weird hologram and trying to figure out how to free them or get to them. Robotnik is somehow in this dimension, but we don't even understand how. And there is some kind of a other hologram antagonist who we don't even know the name of, that's basically saying that Sonic is an intruder and needs to be expelled from the universe. Okay, that's all we know. That's it. We don't know what the enemies are. We don't know what any of the game mechanics, like what's going on. We have no clue. Maybe today, after another 3 hours, we'll get more answers. Okay, that'd be good if we did, because I really would like more answers. So I'm confused right now. I'm scratching my head. So far, I like it. All right. I don't know if that will hold up for the rest of the game, but obviously I'm excited. Look, I'm wearing my Sonic shirt. I got the Sonic template for today's stream. And ladies and gentlemen, for the Sonic Frontiers playthrough, and this is directly because of your requests, if we hit the hat goal of $100 on any Sonic Frontiers stream, yes, I will wear the Sonic hat. I did it the other day for the premiere. People seemed to like it. It's very hard to keep this on my head. The strap doesn't really fit, and just having it sit on the head is kind of uncomfortable. But since you guys liked it so much the other day, yes, I will admit and commit to the entirety of the playthrough. Every time we play Sonic Frontiers, if we hit the $100 of support, I will put on the Sonic hat for you. I know it looks silly. A lot of people like that. We'll make it a running thing for the playthrough. But only this playthrough. After Sonic Frontiers, this goes back to being on the shelf. Okay? So there you go. Cool. All right. So Sonic Frontiers continues today. Right now. Mainstream. Let's see how it goes. Later tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Gotham Knights continues. And honestly, I'm really excited for this. Gotham Knights has actually gotten better the more I play it. At this point in the game, I want to say we're roughly 20 hours in. Let's double check that. Yeah, it's 14 parts, but basically every other part is an hour and a half long. So if you actually do the math, right, it's around just under 20 hours of gameplay that we've done in Gotham Knights. Reports are that it's maybe 30 hours long. Really, all we have left in the game is the main storyline and the Clayface side quest line. But right now, I think we're like level 21 in the game, and the Clayface says you should be around level 26. Judging how hard the Mr. Freeze side quest was, I'm not doing Clayface yet. I'm going to save that for the end. So tonight, all we're going to do is focus on story advancement. Okay, we're going to keep alternating between the characters. We've unlocked all of their knighthood abilities. So now they all have really good special attacks and things. That should be a lot of fun to implement. I'm definitely looking forward to Gotham Knights tonight. And you know what? It's going to be sad and kind of bittersweet. It's going to be a great stream. At the same time, we just lost Kevin Conroy, who was the epic, iconic voice of Batman in so much media. that's going to be kind of sad playing a game where Batman has passed away and we just lost the real life Batman, right? Damn. So anyway, tonight, Gotham Knights, I hope you'll join me for that. We're getting into the really good parts, all the main story now, okay? Tomorrow, we will go back to God of War Ragnarok. And now that I'm 8 hours into the game, what I'd like to do is give you my opinion. It's outstanding. It's actually getting better the more I play it. Yesterday, we unlocked a bunch of new combat abilities, like an auto combo with the Blades of Chaos, or excuse me. Is it Blades of Chaos? Blades of Chaos, right? Yes. Among other things like new armor and stuff, it's just getting better and better. The puzzles are great. The combat so far, it's definitely getting better as I play. The only thing I would say about God of War Ragnarok right now is that I'm 8 hours in, and the pacing is a kind of slow. Let's put it that way. We're 8 hours in, and I kind of feel like we're still doing the same exact thing we did at the beginning of the game. It doesn't feel like in 8 hours the plot has really moved. All right. Now, maybe that's just a symptom of the game being so long. People are saying the main story is probably around 30 to 40 hours long. And then if you do all the meaningful side missions on the sides, it ends up being way long.
Meaningful. There's our magic word he said again. Meaningful. We are probably bringing that back. We're probably going to bring it back, guys. He's saying that a lot these days.
Okay. So maybe it's just a case of when a game is this lengthy and has this much content, it's going to feel like a slower paced game. All right. But outside of that, I love it. I'm having so much fun with it. If I could just sit here and play it every day, I would. But I can't. I'm a variety content creator, and all these other playthroughs would just basically freeze and get a lot of dust on them if I didn't alternate. So I have to alternate, okay? Tomorrow, I'm excited for another 3 hours. I hope you guys will join me for that. So far, it's been a blast, okay? Tomorrow night, on the late stream, okay, we are actually going to be doing one stream, okay, of Disney Dreamlight Valley. We're only doing one stream of it this week. And you might say, why only one stream? I don't understand. Why you're only doing it once this week? Because we like it. It's chill fun. Well, that's exactly right. Because it's chill fun. It's a filler game. It always was meant to be a filler game. It wasn't meant to be a game that I was going to be playing consistently. It just so happens that it ended up being very exciting and something interesting, because not only are we relaxing when I play it, but there's a lot of fun interaction. The game actually is much better than Animal Crossing, in my opinion. So it ended up being kind of like a good game as well as a good chill experience. But the thing is, now I'm running out of time, and I absolutely need this time for new releases. So we're going to do Disney Dreamlight Valley Sunday night. That's the only time we're doing it this week. Just to forewarn everyone, it looks like next week we're probably not playing it at all, and it might not return for a while. All right, we'll have to see. But at this point, you know, I like the game, but man, it's kind of hard to be making time for this game. We're in the midst of 4 or 5 other new releases, and I'm making time to play a chill Disney game. You know what I mean? But we're going to do it Sunday night, okay? It's our one stream of the week of that, okay? Then on Monday, we'll do more Sonic Frontiers. And on Monday night, I'm actually very excited because we're going to be doing Modern Warfare 2, but we're finally going to be doing the gun that everyone's told me to unlock. I've been playing over 4 hours to unlock this gun. It is the Kastov 74U. Apparently, it's one of the best assault rifles in the game. All right. And people are like, yeah, like everyone's using it. It's really powerful. You got to unlock it. The problem is you have to grind. So I've done 2 multiplayer streams to try to get to this point. Last night was rough. I was using the very underpowered, middle-of-the-road Kastov 545, it's just shitty. And the thing that gets me about Modern Warfare 2 is how these game developers don't understand even the fucking very simple and basic premise of progression, right? Okay, you're going to start with a new weapon tree. Start with the Kastov base level weapon. Okay, it's pretty good. It does good damage. It downs enemies within a few hits. You know, the recoil's not so hot, but then you put on the attachments that reduce recoil. Oh, look, this weapon's really good, right? Okay, so you've played with that weapon for 2 hours. Unlock the next Kastov. Oops, this Kastov has all the problems with recoil, but does way less damage. So let me get this straight. You gave me a good assault rifle. I leveled it up and used it for 2 hours. Now the next assault rifle in the tree is worse by a million. It's not even like, oh, it's slightly worse. It's really bad in comparison to the gun you just used. Why did you do that? Right? Why wouldn't you have it that the worst gun is your starter gun, as you earn wins and kills with it, now you get the better gun, so you feel like you're being rewarded for your time. Instead, Modern Warfare 2 makes you feel like you're being punished for playing it. What the fuck were they thinking there? Like, what kind of dumbass made that up? Like, how do you not understand basic progression in life? It's not...
That is definitely him being toxic towards game developers. That's toxic ticked off the board, and that's our first bingo of the game.
Even just in games, in life in general. You grind in life to get ahead. You don't grind in life to set yourself back. You'd have to be a fucking dunce with an actual giant dunce cap on your head to put that in a game and think that that makes any kind of logical fucking sense. And it was funny because someone actually tried to rationalize it last night. They said apparently the way Infinity Ward is trying to justify it is you start with a better gun so you get good at the game. Then they give you a worse gun because you're better at the game. Now you'll be able to do better with the worse gun. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. All right? I'm going to go to someone who's an executive at Infinity Ward. All right? When they started there as an executive, for the first 2 years, they drove a BMW. Okay? Then they get promoted to be like executive vice president of the company of Infinity Ward. And then they take away the BMW and they give them a fucking 1970s Pinto. And they drive that around. Does that make any sense? I mean, really? Does that make any fucking sense at all? I mean, it's so stupid. You gotta be a moron. But that's what they put in their fucking game. That's how dumb they are. So, yeah, it's a grind and it's very annoying that I basically feel like I wasted 4 hours to get to this good weapon. The good news is I've got the good weapon unlocked. Okay? When we play it Monday night, I'll finally be trying out this new gun and unlocking attachments for it. I hope it's as good as people say. I think after that, I'm either going to do an LMG or an SMG because I've now done a lot of battle rifle shit and I want more variety, so I'll probably go to those. And I'm going to do my damnedest to keep Modern Warfare 2 at least in the rotation once a week for Friday Night Firefights, but I'll do my best to try to do it twice a week. I can't really promise that, but I would like to do it at least twice a week, okay? And then on Tuesday, which is my final streaming day of the week, and I know that sounds weird, it's a short week for me. It's only a 5-day week, so 4 more days including today. Tuesday will be more God of War Ragnarok and more Gotham Knights. At that time, I'd definitely like to see where we are in Gotham Knights and see if we're near the end of it. I think we will be, because if we do another 4 hours of just story, I'm thinking we'll likely be very near the end of the game, in which case maybe we can do the Clayface plotline and then finish it. So, good stuff, okay? Now, Wednesday is my day off from streaming. I have various appointments and things I need to do. When I come back on Thursday, November 17th, I'm going to do God of War again. And you might be saying, now wait a minute. You're just bringing back Sonic Frontiers. Seems like you're going to be doing an awful lot of God of War. I am. I mean, God of War is incredibly good. I want to play it as much as I can. I don't want to have it feel like there's insane amounts of time between God of War streams when it is the big game out right now. Okay? So I'm going to be doing my honest effort, you know, the most I can to play it as much as I can. I know some people will be disappointed if they like Sonic more. But when I come back, there'll be God of War. That'll be paired with Modern Warfare 2. Then on Friday, November 18th, all right, there's a new game. It's the Dark Pictures Anthology, The Devil in Me, all right? And I'm excited for this. As you know, once a year, there's a new Dark Pictures Anthology horror game. It's usually very exciting. And usually release day is the best day because that's the day when no one knows what the plot is and we all play it together and we experience it firsthand. It's pretty fun, scary games, right? So I'm going to be playing it all day that day. All right? I know some people will have issue with that because I'm a variety streamer. But the thing is, this is a narrative-based game. It makes sense to get through your first run as soon as possible. So I'm going to play it 5+ hours that first day. Then on Saturday, we're going to do Sonic Frontiers as the main stream. And then, if we didn't finish it on Friday, I'm going to finish it Saturday night. Because these games typically run 5 to 7 hours long. So it would make sense to have that finale on Saturday night. That way the game is done. Now, if you guys want a second run, we can do it. But at least we can say, hey, I finished my first run within like 2 days, not even. And now we can move on to other stuff. So that way it's not a giant lingering horror playthrough, which is narrative-based and everyone wants to see it right away. And I keep you hanging. I don't want to do that. Okay? So that's the goal. Now, here's the thing. There is another game coming out Friday. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet or whatever, right? I don't see how on earth I can fit Pokemon into the rotation right now. I'm just being honest. I'm playing Sonic Frontiers and God of War as my main streams, and they're both probably going to be lengthy games. We got Gotham Knights continuing on late streams, and I'm trying to finish it up. We got Modern Warfare 2 that we're playing once or twice a week, and now we're going to have The Devil in Me, which I'm going to try to get done within a day to 2 days. I don't know how I'm supposed to play a 40-plus hour Pokemon game now. Like, how would that even work? When would I even play it? If I interjected another game like that into the rotation now, basically you'd have games waiting 3-4 days to be played. And trust me, I've been there. I've been in situations where I took on so many games at once that I was playing them once a week. It does not work. People get upset. They don't want to wait that long for the playthrough to come back. You lose viewers, you lose interest and engagement, and I end up sitting here for a tiny audience of people who don't really even care about the games that I'm playing because everything took too long to get through. So I'm not doing that again, all right? I have to pick and choose what games I'm playing at release. Pokemon, quite frankly, is a game that I could play later, and I don't think it will affect the level of the playthrough in any way. It's not like, oh, this is a hot game of the year, giant contender. Everyone wants to see it right now. I absolutely must play it immediately. You know what I'm saying? I feel that Pokemon is something that could be more relaxed, something that we can play at our own pace. Once there's time for a 40-plus hour RPG playthrough in the mix of everything, okay? So it's going to happen. I want to play the new Pokemon game, and I can tell you it will happen. Just not now. There's no way I can fit it in right now. Maybe in December. We'll see. Okay? So the next new release after Pokemon, actually, is Evil West. Now, Evil West I'm interested in, but I guess it's more of a question of, are you guys interested in it? Because this is a game that originally was supposed to come out months ago. It got delayed. I think they probably delayed it to the worst possible time, because how many people are going to be talking about Evil West with all these giant AAA games around it? I don't know. It's up to you. If you guys want to see Evil West when it comes out that week, so it would be a week from this Tuesday, or do you want me to just focus in on God of War, Sonic Frontiers, and the other games I'm playing and get through those first before we try to take on new playthroughs? It'll be your choice, all right? So let's see what happens and go from there. I'm open to playing it, but it would have to be dependent on what you guys want. And again, we don't want to balance too much stuff. There's also another factor coming into play. That same week Evil West comes out, all right? That Thursday is Thanksgiving in the United States, where I'm going to be doing a special Thanksgiving Day Ask the King. Please, guys, post up your questions for the show by typing !Ask the King into the stream chat. That'll bring up the link to dspgaming.com where you can post up your questions. If you're a channel member, now is your opportunity to post up your questions to get them incredibly increased chance to be answered on the show. Members usually get giant priority for Ask the King, and I just put up the post yesterday on the podcast here on the main channel page of DSP Gaming Community tab, members only post. If you're a member, now is the time. Post up your questions in that thread, and the chances are you will probably get your question answered on the show because that's where I get most of my questions from, okay? So that's Thanksgiving, and that's all I'm doing on Thanksgiving. I'm doing Ask the King. The second half of the day, I'm having dinner with my family, all right? Then on Friday, that's the Adpocalypse Black Friday Marathon Spectacular, where I'm going to be reacting to all kinds of ads, PSAs, and more in a marathon setting all day long. It's a fun, relaxed setting and atmosphere for Black Friday. It's a reward for hitting our members' goal last month. And by the way, I want to say this. This is cool. Yesterday, I brought this up on the podcast. I said, hey, guys, I really need your help with this. If you could nominate more things for it, because we had a lot of nominations that came in when I first announced it a week ago, and then it kind of slowed down. Last night, I got a bunch more people went and posted up, and I was like, oh, that is sweet, because the more nominations we get, the better. What I'm going to do is just a day or two before, I'm going to go through all the things you guys have posted up, and I'm going to make a playlist of all the ones that I'm going to do on the show, and then we're going to just watch that playlist together live, and I'm going to react to all of it. It's going to be really sweet. Now, how do you nominate? Type !Adpocalypse into the stream chat right now. Or if you just look at the main channel page of DSP Gaming, again on the community tab, and you scroll down a bit, you'll see there's a public post there that you can post it up. Now, what is eligible? Advertisements, PSAs, stuff like that from the 1980s, 90s, and first half of the 2000s. Some people said, can we go back even further? Sure, if you find something old from the 60s and 70s you want me to react to, I'll do that too. I don't think we're going to find too much of that. I think we're going to find more of the kind of retro 80s, 90s vibe, okay? So now what is eligible? Advertisements for all kinds of products, food, toys, cars, other things, whatever. Even promos for things like television shows and movies. However, full movie trailers not allowed. Reason being, full movie trailers still have issue with copyright a lot of the times on the internet. Even older ones sometimes you say, oh, it's too much clips from the movie. Even though that sounds stupid, YouTube sometimes has fucking issues with that. I don't want to poke the hornet's nest with that. You see? So basically, ads and PSAs and things like that would be the most eligible, okay? And already people have been, and by the way, another thing, does not have to be from the United States. A lot of people have been posting up international advertisements, and I think those are going to be some of the most interesting and funny ones to react to, because the ads outside the U.S. abide by very different criteria from what we have on television here in the United States. So I think it's going to be pretty entertaining. Yes. Trigger says, what about local ads like bizarre or iconic ads from certain cities? Yes, that's the shit. That's the gold mine. Because local ads are weird sometimes. You get people who are trying to stand out among the local market, little local businesses, and they'll do dumb shit. Anyone remember Crazy Eddie? Crazy Eddie used to run an actual chain of electronic stores in New York City. And he would actually go out. He looked crazy. He would dress and act crazy. He'd come on, Crazy Eddie, the prices are insane. And people would love his ads and go to his store just because Crazy Eddie was like a character on TV. And he was a local guy. So that's what I mean. Stuff like that. Absolutely, that's a shoe-in. That's something very entertaining that we could do for that. Okay? So, please continue to nominate this stuff for the show. Stuff is stacking up to be really good from what you guys have nominated, from what I've seen. Oh, by the way, the one other criteria. It has to be on YouTube. Reason being, if it's on YouTube, likely it's vetted. People have already watched it. If there's something on a third-party website, now you're dealing with issues of, can I watch that or not? If it's on YouTube, we can watch it, all right? So it has to be on YouTube. That way I can add it to a YouTube playlist, all right? So, exclamation point, Adpocalypse to bring up the command. Or, if, again, you just check out the main channel page of DSP Gaming. You scroll down, you'll find the thread. Please continue to nominate. But you see the point I'm making? So that week, Evil West comes out. We've got Thanksgiving. And then this marathon. Already I got 2 days taken out of my streaming week that I'm not doing games. So you see what's going on right now. This time of the year is so busy that it's so hard to play every game. So here's the thing. I absolutely understand some people are going to be upset and disappointed. There's nothing I can do about that. I know I've been around the block. I'm a 14-year content creator. Next year is my 15th anniversary. Can you fucking believe that? I can't. 15 years of my life I would have been on the internet starting next year. Jeez, right? But anyway, I know this time of year you just simply cannot please everyone, all right? You can please some people all the time. You can please all the people some of the time. When there's this much coming out and everyone wants something different, I can't please everyone. Some people were very upset I didn't play Mario plus Rabbids. There's going to be people upset I'm not playing Pokemon at launch. There's not much I can do. Again, all I can say to you guys is, please be sure to notate all of these games that I'm not playing or I'm skipping for now. And then, when things start to slow down, likely around the middle of December, and we're looking at the end of the year, and we're looking at early 2023, that would be a great time to jump on and play some of these games I've missed. Please bring them up and remind me, say, this is the ones you missed. You should definitely check these out. These are a good idea. All right. Pokemon will definitely be in there. I love Pokemon. Pokemon is good because not only is it a new release, but it's also very chill. It's a chill stream. So that's an opportunity for us to interact and have a good time while we're actually playing a new release. Just don't have time for it right now. How do I play a 40-plus hour RPG when I'm juggling 4 or 5 other games? It's just, it can't happen. You see? Okay. So there you go, guys. It's weird because this is like the polar opposite of last year. If you remember last year, there was almost nothing. So we ended up playing the GTA trilogy, which ran like shit, right? But it was still entertaining. But man, it was the complete opposite this year where everything's coming out at the end of the year. Pretty crazy. All right. So there you go, guys. That is what's going on right now with my gaming and game schedule. I hope that was informative for you. And I hope that gives you a better idea of the gaming landscape coming up. All right. Odds and ends. Obviously, I want to point out the members goal. We are a little over 130 members away from hitting it. If we hit it, we lock in to the Christmas marathon event. Right before Christmas, every year I do an annual marathon where I dress up in holiday attire, Christmas sweaters, t-shirts, hats. I drink during this marathon stream. Yes, things like whiskey and other liquors. eggnog and the light, and I play a variety of games that you guys pick and nominate. It could be holiday themed, it could not be. It could be whatever you guys want, okay? Last year, we actually played Skyrim during this marathon, and it ended up being a playthrough that stuck around and lasted 6 months. That was pretty insane, wasn't it? So, I'm excited for this. I love doing the holiday event. In addition, I usually go all out, and we either do a Feasting with the King, a DSP Tries It, or both during this event, all right? But we definitely need to start talking about this seriously now. We're over 100 members away. The member bomb that was given last month that propelled DSP Gaming into the 1,000 members, you know, arena. We had 1,036 members last month, if you can believe it. It's going to expire soon. We have about a week. I think it's going to actually expire like right before Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving. Okay? So if we don't have movement in this soon, we're actually not going to hit it. And then basically we're not going to have a holiday marathon for the first time ever, which would really suck. I want to do the holiday marathon. I love it. So right now would be a great time to consider becoming a member to the channel, renewing a membership, maybe you previously had that lapsed, or gifting a membership to your fellow viewer. 'Tis the season, as they say. You want to help out someone who's also a viewer of my content, and you know everyone enjoys.
For fuck's sake, man, the begging is off the charts today. He fucking preaches 'tis the season, but when's he going to fucking dip into his own pockets and gift his own members out of his own fucking pockets? The guy has earned, from the last 5 days of streaming, $1,200 odd in tips alone. He's not going to fucking set aside maybe, you know, $50 of that money and say, guys, I'm going to gift back some memberships here. I'm going to help out, whatever. You guys get a gift from me. No, he's not going to do that. He's not going to fucking bother his goddamn arse to gift his own goddamn viewers memberships. He can't. He doesn't want to. That's his money. It's insane. It's fucking insanity. That's also a bingo, by the way. He said to help, so that's a bingo. Very strong game so far, guys. We are 6 away from a full house.
Is it together? Gift a membership. Drop a membership bomb on your fellow viewers. Are going to be very, I'm sure they're going to be very, very appreciative of that. Okay, so there you go. If you can, please consider it, and thank you in advance for your support. Okay. All right, so I literally only have one thing I want to talk about before we get to shout outs today. Last night, 10 hours ago, on a whim, I posted up a random flash poll on my Twitter, at They Call Me DSP, which, by the way, is still verified and apparently will not lose the verification check mark because they were never going to remove them in the first place. People acted like they were, and they're not going to. Everyone keeps it anyway. So, I posted up a poll, a flash poll. And here we go. You ready? So here is what the flash poll was. What do you think is going to ultimately happen on Twitter amidst all of the recent chaos? And I posted up 4 options. Option number 1, the ability to buy a checkmark will return. If you don't know what that means, 3 days ago, Twitter, by the demand of their new owner Elon Musk, launched a program by which if you pay $8, you can buy a blue verification checkmark for your account. Essentially what this does is completely destroys any credibility and or any use of the checkmark. It makes it worthless. Within 1 day of this launching, people were impersonating companies like Nintendo, the President of the United States and former President of the United States, George W. Bush, other government entities, companies like a pharmaceutical company claiming they were going to give out medicine for free. Like, basically within 24 hours, the shit show began. And everyone knew it was coming. Apparently not Elon, because he's an idiot. And basically everyone got angry. They were like, this is fucked up. So anyone can impersonate anyone now for $8, and no one's going to know what's real and what's not. So within 24 hours of launching the program, they closed it. And as of today, it was, you know, this started, I guess, 2 days ago. You can't do it. It just, the whole program is canceled. So option number 1, they'll bring that program back. Option number 2, they will never bring it back, and the old method of verification of Twitter accounts will stay forever. So, option 1, that you can still buy it at some form later on, or option 2, they're just going to keep the old.
I am going to speed this up. He is boring the shite out of me. 1.25 speed. Although we're not too far behind, we're only like a minute and a half behind. It won't be long till we catch up to Phil, I think, unless I pause again and rant.
Status, the old way they used to do it. Option 3, Elon Musk will come up with some kind of a brainiac move and save the business, even though it's tanking and falling into oblivion. The stock prices have completely tumbled, and the company is looking like it's on the verge of falling apart. Everyone's quitting, by the way. Literally everyone's quitting the company. They don't want to work there anymore. Or option number 4, Twitter's going to go bankrupt. So here's over 600 votes, and here's how you guys voted. 12% say they will return to the buying of the check marks. That's going to come back. Okay, only 12% of you thought that would happen. 20%, 1/5 of you, said they're likely just going to end up keeping the old verification, and that's going to stay that way. So 1/5 of you think the old verification will stick around. 25%, whopping 1/4 of you, said Elon Musk will get big brain energy, and he will save this business somehow. Okay? I don't know. To me, I don't think this guy has much big brain energy. What he has is big money energy. Like, he has money to throw at shit, but that's about it. It seems like, if anything, what this is exposed, this whole ordeal with Twitter, is that all the things that he's done in his life that he's successful at is because smart people surround him, or he surrounds himself with smart people who do smart things. It's not him doing the smart things. He throws the money at them. And then the other people do the smart things. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. And then, last but certainly not least, 43% of the vote said Twitter will just go bankrupt entirely. So almost half the people who voted are like, this is not salvageable. This is a lost cause. Elon has no idea what he's doing. He's a moron. He sunk the company by buying it. And this company sadly is going to go out of business. Now, listen, I just want to let you guys know something. All right. I do not want Twitter to fall apart. I'm not one of these people who likes to see the world burn. A lot of people do. A lot of people are like, this is great. How the titans have fallen. The mighty Twitter, which was one of the biggest things in social media. Every late night show talked about Twitter. Every celebrity used Twitter. It was all about being verified on Twitter. And now Twitter's going to burn. I don't like that. For me, Twitter has been something very, very useful to my business. Being able to immediately talk to you guys on my Twitter and say if something's going wrong, like, I'm going to be late for stream because this is going on, or, hey, quick update, guys, here's what's going on. That's useful to me. And by the way, the other thing is, Twitter, I can immediately access from this phone anywhere that I'm at, as long as I have the phone, and I can communicate with you guys. I can't say that for you.
That counts as phone stuff, and that is going to be another bingo. Fantastic stuff indeed. We are 5 away from a full house, guys.
YouTube. Even though I've tried to push you guys to using the YouTube community tab in the last year, and you have, by the way. People use that tab a lot. You know, every night I put my schedule up on the community tab. Whenever a stream is going live, I post it on the community tab. We've got these polls and these threads where you guys nominate stuff on the community tab. This is good. The problem is, YouTube apparently didn't get the memo that if you want the tab to actually be a way to contact your community, you have to be able to fucking use it outside of your desktop PC. On this phone right now, I have 2 apps. I have the YouTube Studio app and the regular YouTube app. On neither of those apps can I post on my community tab. There's no feature to do that. Okay? On my browser, like, there's different browsers that you can use. There's different browsers you can use. This is really weird because I opened the YouTube app and it showed me myself. That's disturbing, actually. Okay?
Okay, guys, hang on. I want to try and debunk this live right now. But you guys won't be able to fucking see much about it because I'm on my phone right now. I am going to go into my YouTube studio. Surely there's a way to do it on your fucking phone. In fact, isn't it a case of you just go on YouTube normally and create a community post? Hang on. You don't. I'm pretty certain you don't even need YouTube Studio. It's just your usual fucking YouTube from your app on your phone, and you got 3 options so you can create a post as well. Hang on, let me test this. I'm not actually going to create a post or whatever, but I just want to kind of see. Tinkle made a video about this. Okay. Oh, hang on, I've not used the app in a while, so I'm fucking getting some strange thing show up. Hang on. Two seconds. Go away, stupid pop-ups. Go away, right. So if I click on the plus sign, create a post. Wow, it's that easy. You click the plus sign at the very bottom of the goddamn app, and the options you got there is create a post right at the very... Jesus fucking Christ, man. Phil, you're a fucking moron. Okay, that's all I wanted to check. Very easy to create a fucking post on YouTube on your goddamn phone. Holy shit, it doesn't even... It doesn't... Why the hell is this... That took me 2 seconds. I've been paused for like a minute I open the YouTube app and it's right fucking there. I press the plus sign, I can create a fucking post. Jesus Christ, man.
Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe I can do a community post. Now wait a minute. I'm gonna shut up now because I might have just proven to myself this is not true. Well, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I can. No way. Never mind. I can. I just figured out how to do it. We're going to do a live test right now. Hello? This community post.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, hang on. Let's go to his fucking channel. Let's see if the post is up yet. We're behind by Phil by like, 2 or 3 minutes. Community. Jesus Christ, it is. Hello! This community post a live test to see it's just fuck you, Phil. Fuck you in the ass. I'm done. I'm downvoting that fucking shit. Get the fuck, you dumb bastard.
Is a live test to see if I can do this live during a stream while on my phone. If so, this may greatly reduce my need to have a Twitter account. Let me know if it works. Thanks. Post.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
Shut the fuck up! Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
Did it work?
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
See, the thing is, the app is weird. The app says, oh, you posted that 0 seconds ago. 0 seconds? What are you talking about? I can't, like, I'm refreshing it, and I can't see if... All right, how about this? If you guys can see it, all right, can you give it a thumb up just so I can see that it worked? Because right now I see nothing. Maybe I gotta close my app and reopen it. This is the weird thing about YouTube shit. It's just... It's wonky as hell. It doesn't work like you would think it would. It worked. You guys thumbed it up 18 times. The only way I could see that, I had to close the whole app and open it again, and then it refreshed. Do you see what I mean? How wonky this shit is? So it kind of works. I can post, but I can't see any responses in real time. I basically have to close everything out and then reopen it, and then it'll show things. All right. It worked. I completely take it back. There is a way to actively post up on my community tab, and you know what? From moving forward, I'm going to start using that because I am nervous. I'm genuinely nervous that on Twitter, that business will fall apart, and we're in a situation where I will not have a way to directly communicate to you guys immediately about stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. From now on, I'm going to post on my Twitter, and I'm going to post up on my community page when I have something important to tell you guys. Like, let's say I'm going to be late. I'll post it up on there so you guys know what's going on. Let's be honest. I have 26,000 or 27,000 followers on Twitter. I have 200,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Now, out of all those, how many are probably active? Honestly, on Twitter, I probably have like 1,000 active followers. And then here on YouTube, I probably have maybe 5.
1,000 active followers? Aye, fucking right. Nice try, you dumb bastard. Divide that by 2.
Honestly, on Twitter, I probably have like 1,000 active followers. And then here on YouTube, I probably have maybe 5,000 subscribers that actually pay attention to anything.
That has been very generous there, pal. Not gonna lie, it's quite a generous estimation. Although, imagine openly admitting that. Imagine admitting to the fact that you have 200,000 subscribers and there is literally, that's what 5,000 of those 200,000 are active, and there's 195,000 dead subscribers to your channel. Imagine openly and happily admitting that and thinking there's no problem with that. Jesus Christ, Phil, that's a big fucking problem.
But still, I think I have exponentially more engagement here on my YouTube channel than I do on my Twitter. I believe that. All right. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. That way, if Twitter crashes and burns like we're all afraid of, at the very least, I'll have a way to contact you guys and speak with you, directly and immediately. So if ever there was a time when it was very important for you to subscribe to DSP Gaming, now would be the time. And in fact, what I would...
Hold on a second. Did he just say it wrong?
At the very least, I'll have a way. If Twitter crashes and burns like we're all afraid of, at the very least, I'll have a way to contact you guys and speak with you, you know, directly and immediately. So, if ever there was a time...
It is it.
When it was very important for you to subscribe to DSP Gaming, now would be the time. And in fact, what I would say is today, I might make a YouTube short at the end of the day to let everyone know, hey guys, listen, moving forward, since Twitter's falling apart, I'm going to actively post more on my community page. Therefore, I strongly urge you to subscribe. That way, you'll be able to see everything that I want to talk to you about right away. You don't have to worry about Twitter falling apart at the seams. I think that makes a lot more sense. Okay? And by the way, I'm verified here on YouTube. No one can impersonate me on YouTube. I have the verified account as DSP Gaming. You see? Fair enough? Does that sound good? Or so please, again, if you're not subscribed, I urge you to do so. This is how you're going to be in the know about me and my content and stuff going on. Okay? Absolutely. OP says I'm going to go bookmark that community tab page so it's quick access. Makes sense. Makes sense. What's going on, Wily Coyote? Who, you want me to shut up, or you want me to shut up someone else? Who do you want to shut up? Trying to get me to shut up? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, there you go. All right, guys. That's all I really got for today. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do shout-outs. All right? Now, remember, just to reiterate, because we talked about this at the beginning of the stream, whenever I play Sonic Frontiers, if we raise the $100 funding goal on any Sonic Frontiers stream, I will wear the Sonic hat. It's incredibly rare that I wear this, and it takes years sometimes to have it come back. I'm committed. I will wear this for the Sonic Frontiers playthrough only. That's the only playthrough you're going to see this. Okay? So there you go. Okay, let's do some shout-outs. First of all, I don't see anything on the YouTube side of things. So no super chats, no super stickers, no memberships. But we will start on the tip side of stuff. Our first tip of the day is a $2 tip. And he says, I'm actually OP in the chat. In the winter, money can be harsh at times for me, but I've been using PayPal Pay by 3 to buy PSN vouchers. Would you ever consider that? It saves money in the long run. I've never heard of it. I have never heard of PayPal Pay by 3. I don't know what that is, OP. Can you elaborate on what that would be? Oh, by the way, you know, again, I forgot to mention it, but if you tip $8 or more in a single tip, you get to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. Okay? Let's ask the 8 Ball a question about today. All right. Here we go. Magic 8 Ball, will we continue to have a lot of fun with Sonic today and not get bored? My sources say no. Well, that's deflating. Of course, the Magic 8 Ball's been wrong a lot, so I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't put too much weight in what it says.
Hooray, said wrong. That's another bingo. I should have had a double bingo now, think about it. So we'll tick that off, and we'll play the horns twice. We are 4 away from a full house.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut the fuck
Oh, wait a
up,
second,
you
I'm playing the wrong
cunt!
thing. I'm playing the wrong goddamn thing, sorry. I just clicked off it twice, for God's sake. Okay, hang on. That's the wrong thing. You still get it? Sorry, guys. There you go. That's there we go. So there we go. You got the horns eventually after the very angry outburst on my soundboard.
Oh, it's called 3 installments? I have not seen that. I have not seen an option to pay with something with PayPal and been given the option to pay in 3 installments. I haven't seen that. Genesis Gaming says the community tab does not work on iPad. If you are on a mobile device, the way to get the community tab to work, I believe, is you have to be on an app. Let me double check that. So let's say, for example, all right. So here's someone else's page. I don't even know who this is. I'm just going to click randomly on a video. There's their community tab. I click on it, and it works. So, yeah, the only way to get the community tab to possibly keep working, or to work, you have to use the YouTube app. If you try to use it in a browser, it doesn't work. I can confirm that. I've tried to post up in a browser on my phone. Dude, that shit does not work at all. It just, it fucks up constantly. You try to post, it glitches, it scrolls off the screen. It goes crazy. So you must use the YouTube app if you're using a mobile device. That's the only way you can get a community tab to work. Then you go to someone's page, and at the top of the screen, it lists all the different tabs. You click right on community, you can see it. That's how you do it. Okay? And by the way, if you subscribe to someone's channel, you're supposed to get updates in your subscription feed whenever they post on the community tab anyway. So there you go. Okay? Cool. Expand Dong says he's looking at estimates for Sonic Frontiers. He said the story's around 15 hours long. If you do all side content, it could be 19 hours. Completionists take 24. I was expecting longer. That's good, though. I don't want Sonic Frontiers to be a game that lasts like a month. You know what I mean? So if it ends up being like 2 weeks, that's fine. Okay. All right, I received another $1 tip. Thoughts on Voice Critical offering you an interview over after Thanksgiving? I don't know anything about that. I haven't heard from him. Like I said, anyone who's interested in interviewing me, they can email me or they can DM me on Twitter. One or the other. But I have not heard from the guy. I didn't, I don't even know. Are you just saying that, making that up? Or did he actually say something? I don't know. He would have to, if he reaches out to me, I'd be interested to have a conversation. I mean, he brings me up in his content. All right. So you would think maybe he'd be interested, but that would be, for us to discuss amongst ourselves, him and me, about what he's interested in, if it's for real. But he'd have to reach out to me. Okay. Okay, that's all I know. I haven't heard from him directly. This is the first time I've even heard indirectly of someone saying that he might be interested. So, there you go. Okay, why don't I reach out to him first? I did a whole segment about it on my show. Okay.
But yeah, Phil, but you didn't email him. You did not email him, or you didn't DM him. And that's the only criteria you allow for people to get in touch with you. So because you never DM'd him or emailed him back, or whatever, in the first place, how is he meant to know how to acknowledge you? If you're going to expect these things, if you're going to expect people to come to you with this strict criteria, you might as well fucking have that be expected of you as well. You can't just fucking expect people to come flooding to you. You fucking talked about him on your goddamn podcast. He's not entitled to watch a podcast. No one deserves to have to endure your goddamn podcast, Phil. You said you reached out to him, but you didn't really. You fucking talked about it in your own goddamn content. Just like he talked about you on his content because somebody in his chat brought you up and compared you to Boogie. That's the only reason that you got fucking brought up by Voice Critical, because somebody in his chat compared Boogie to you in terms of the begging. So, if you actually wanted to reach out to Moist properly, you would have fucking DM'd him on Twitter or emailed him, because that's the fucking criteria you have for getting, for people getting in touch with you. That's the fucking strict standards you fucking have for anyone wanting to fucking reach out to you and talk to you officially and properly. You fucking make them email you or DM you directly. Fucking expecting Voice Critical to watch a garbage goddamn fucking podcast. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. King has re-upped his membership for a whole year. It says, hi, Phil. Thank you, King, for 1 year of support.
That's a thumbs up. That is it's a single bingo. So it's only the one bingo for having the thumbs up. But still, we're getting a free away from a full house. And they're on the edges as well. And by the way, I'm not that... It's some random nutter in his chat called King. Just King on its own. It's King and that's it. Not me. There's a lot of people called King, apparently, fucking, on here and on fucking... no, it's not me. Only me is me.
Here on the channel, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, that is really all I had to talk about this morning so far. We have extra time. I will open up the chat to open Q&A. If anyone would like to ask me questions, please tag me in the chat and let's talk, shall we? Let's see what you guys want to chat about today. And of course, if any contributions come in, I will shout those out. Okay. For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips to make up. Earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions inside with tips. If you can. SK, could you tone down the caps lock? Guys typing in all caps and broken sentences. When will it snow up here? Already there is snow in the colder areas. I don't live in the colder areas. Likely, we will get snow. If we are to get it, all right, we would likely get snow more around either late December or early to mid-January. Sometimes we've gotten it in February, but that's around the time. And usually if we get it, it's very short-lived. And what I mean by that is we'll get it, and it'll last, a day. It'll be a few inches. We very rarely have gotten any kind of significant snowfall for an extended period of time. It'd be incredibly rare that would happen. Okay, I received an $8 tip from Sirius7. He says, Magic 8 Ball will Wolverine attack Phil during the stream. This Wolverine or the real Wolverine? So will this Wolverine attack me, or will Hugh Jackman kick down my office door and beat the shit out of me during the stream? Let's find out.
It's kind of weird. That Sirius 7 person is like a large tipper lately. I'm not sure if it's a brand new pay pike or if it's an older one who's using an alias, but they're certainly a very prominent supporter as of late. If you go to the raw tips data, raw tips, let's scroll the way down to the bottom. I wonder if Keith has any ideas. So hang on. Sirius 7 turned up on the God of War stream. It's almost been the biggest reason I continue to watch you play games, blah 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 blah. Glad to finally be able to support you. And it's got a unique idea as well. It actually might be a brand new fan then. But as I'm saying though, it turned up on the 9th of November and he's really been very supportive as of late. You've got the $55 there he dropped there. Then the $33 and the $12 as well on the same stream. So he dropped $100 all by himself right down in there on that one same stream. And then you've got here as well on the next God of War stream, $60 he dropped in the same stream. And then this is last night as well, playing Call of Duty, another $15 right there. So ever since he's kind of came into the fold, he has dropped Phil 175 buckaroos, not including today. Today is like $8 or whatever on top of that. So yeah, he's it might be a brand new fan, who knows, we don't know. There's no sign of it being an alter ego or an alias of sorts. But there you go, Sirius 7 is in contention to become a new whale. Good luck to you, Sirius 7, and competing in that strange fucking, circus.
It is certain. All right, well, at least if Hugh Jackman's going to beat the shit out of me, I hope he'll sing some stuff too, because he's a very good singer. He's been in many musicals. He's a great thespian and a great singer. I'd like to hear him sing something, maybe from The Greatest Showman, as he's beating me up. Actually, imagine if he beat the shit out of me while singing his songs from The Greatest Showman. That would actually be like the ultimate multitasking. That would be impressive. I would like that. I would actually enjoy that beating. Maybe I would join in. I'd start singing too. This is the greatest show.
Shut up, bitch!
I'll get in trouble. Oh wait, that was $8. My bad, not $7. It was an $8 tip. And let's play that animation.
Shut your hole.
First tip animation of the day. Thank you, Series 7. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. So does Atreus. So does Phil. Excuse me. So does Phil Treus. The ultra disturbing Phil Treus. He loves it. Very nice. George Costanza. So what do you think about Ash Ketchum becoming world champion? Did you shed a tear? No. When Pokemon was on TV already, I was old enough that I didn't really care about cartoons anymore. Or if I did, it was like Adult Swim shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand the attachment to it. It was such a long-running show. It's kind of hard to have an investment in a show where someone's a 10-year-old for 25 years. I'm just saying. Like, I actually feel like the show might have been better if he got older with all of us. Because then it could be like, dude, he took 25 years of his life and got older and older and kept, losing. And finally, he reached that mountaintop at age 35. He finally became the Pokemon World Champion. I think that would have been more momentous than he's a fucking 10-year-old doing it. It's stupid. I really feel like it's dumb that they did that. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, have some time lapses in the anime so he gets older. It's just dumb that he's still 10 years old. Other animes have done it. Naruto has done it. There's other animes where the characters age naturally, right? It's like, it's not the fucking Simpsons where every episode's a rehash. It's supposed to be something ongoing with a plot. It doesn't make sense. Is it nice for those who followed Pokemon for so long to finally kind of feel like there's almost like an ending? Because isn't it true there's a special coming up or something and it's called I'm Glad I Chose You? And isn't that supposed to be the epilogue story of Ash where he says goodbye to everyone because he won? He's like, there's nothing left to do. And he passes the torch on to the next generation. I think that's what it is. And it's like a kind of a swan song, like Cinderella story ending to the whole Pokemon plotline, and Ash is retired as a character. So I think that's coming up. But that's good that finally they got a resolution. I mean, take a look at some animes and mangas that never got a resolution, like fucking One Piece, right? Poor One Piece. He's been looking for that One Piece on the Grand Line for like 72 years. And I don't think he's ever going to find it at this point. I think we'll be living on Mars before he fucking finds it. It's ridiculous. Like, at some point you have to understand that there's a difference between like continuing an ongoing narrative or milking the story. And at this, like, some of these things go way too fucking long. And One Piece is just so insane, right? I can't, it's still not over, right? It didn't end. He still didn't find the fucking One Piece on the Grand Line or whatever. Like, it is ending. Wait, I'm being told it's ending. It's ending? I didn't hear about this. It's actually going to end this year. That's just nuts, right? There's 1,038 episodes. Like, how the fuck do you even watch that? You'd have to invest years of your life to watch One Piece at this point.
Says the guy that has over 60,000 videos uploaded to his YouTube channel, mainly raw format, raw content, and expects his audience to keep up with every single fucking video. The guy uploads 8 hours of fucking footage or something every single fucking day and expects his audience to fucking tune in to pretty much all of that, or most of that. And if they don't, then fucking hell mend them. Phil will not forgive you for not engaging with his content and liking the content and giving it the fucking views. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The fucking audacity for him to fucking have a go at any show for lasting that fucking long when he fucking has all this garbage content available on his goddamn channel which has no fucking value to it whatsoever.
No, it's not. The creator says the story's only halfway done. It's in the final saga, but it's not going to end this year. They're in the home stretch, though. Oh, my God. Trigger says, with news of John Wick now getting another movie and now a possible video game, how do you feel about games based on movies, and what movie do you want to make a video game of? They're hit or miss, as you know. When I started on YouTube, 14, 13 years ago, there was a lot of shitty tie-in games, like fucking Captain America, The First Avenger, or Thor, Man of Thunderclaps, or whatever it was called. And they were terrible. They were not very good at all. Oh, God, remember the fucking Green Lantern game? Oh, man. So they were not very good at all. And they were obviously shameless cash-in tie-ins, right? But the thing is, there were also good ones. Like, anyone remember X-Men Origins Wolverine? That was actually better than the movie. Remember that? That the fucking movie was complete duty, but the game was actually very fun. So these movie tie-in games can either, like, hit or miss. And the thing is, if you haven't noticed, we don't see that many of them anymore. And I think the thing was that they basically stopped being as popular. Like, at one point, whenever one of these hot movies would come out, kids always wanted the movie tie-in game. This was very, very popular in the 1980s and 90s. There would either be an NES or Super Nintendo movie tie-in game to every fucking movie. Even movies would be like, why is there a fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit video game? Why is there a Dick Tracy video game? Why is there a Hudson Hawk video game? Who the fuck asked for that? Right? But they would do that like crazy. No matter whenever there was a big movie, there'd be a tie-in game.
I've got to explain what's going on with Phil Bonnell right now. He's jiggling his leg, he's jiggling his foot like crazy, and so it looks like he's fucking in a fucking vibrating chair. Phil's foot is just jiggling like fucking crazy. He's probably fucking sitting with his like leg on his, it's like, sometimes it does like kind of strange way he sits, where he has like one leg on top of his knee, and just kind of jiggles his leg and foot that way as well. And it's just, because he has a very weird, Phil's weird as fuck. He's a weird fucking guy. No, obviously, but look at the jiggle. So let me just rewind it. I'm at 1.25 speed. Keep in mind, I'm at 1.25 speed. Let me slow it down temporarily to just normal speed. This is normal speed, jiggly Phil.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit video game? Why is there a Dick Tracy video game? Why is there a Hudson Hawk video game? Who the fuck asked for that? Right? But they would do that like crazy. No matter whenever.
Pay attention to like the right hand side, like over here you see it in particular. You see it over here.
There was a big movie, there'd be a tie-in game, right? And so it just became like a thing, a common practice.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's just I just want to point that out, guys. This is what's happening to Phil. He's just jiggling his fucking leg or foot or whatever, and yeah, it just makes him vibrate like some kind of strange little fucking boy. It's like, what's the condition? There's a condition where you actually, can't stop your hands from like shaking a lot. It's like Parkinson's essentially. It's like Parkinson's, where you can't stop. You can't really keep your still. You your extremities jutted essentially. It's a terrible condition, terrible ailment to suffer from. But Phil just cannot keep fucking still. It's bizarre.
But the problem was that they became shovelware. Instead of being good games, they just became shovel out that shit that a kid will ask their parent for this year because the movie came out, and we'll make a quick buck on it, right? And it was very rare that you would actually get a good video game tying in with a movie. So I think what happened was about 10 years ago, you had that last wave of shit games, and consumers started to become way more smart, especially with the era of internet, right? In the era of reviews on the internet, people got wise to it and said, wait a minute, why are we buying these games just because they're a tie-in with a movie? It doesn't mean they're good. And then you came the era of the YouTube reviewer and stuff like that, and people just slamming these games left, right, up, and down. And people just started to withhold their bucks. And I would say probably if you take a look, like this year they're even more. Did you know there was a Crypto and his Super Friends game tie-in? Yeah, there was a movie this summer that was the Super Pets in DC Universe as an animated movie. And it was for little kids, of course. And they had a game tie-in. And I didn't even know about it. And then I found out about it because I think it was on Game Pass. I think we were looking at it and we saw it on there. We're like, what is it? And all it is an on-rail shooter where you fly through the city using I-beams and shit to shoot stuff. That's it. Like, that's the whole game. I was like, can you imagine if someone bought this? Right? That's what I mean. Like, I think the air...
Oh, you love on-the-rail shooters. When you were playing Metal Gear Solid 3, when the game got to a point where it was an on-the-rail shooter, where you had a gun with unlimited ammo, you were fucking jizzing your pants and there you're going, this is my kind of game. This has turned into my kind of game now. It was literally an on-the-rail shooter at that fucking point in time where you got to shoot enemies with unlimited ammo and you were fucking jizzing your pants saying this is my type of fucking game. You love on-the-rail shooters, don't even fucking pretend you don't. Because it's fucking not a taxing for your tiny little fucking brain to comprehend and play.
Era of those games is past. People wised up that these movie tie-in games suck. You know, what would be a good movie tie-in game that didn't happen? Well, I don't know. Because it's funny because some of the best movies we get now are like games like, what about Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2? Imagine if they had Sonic the movie, the game. Oh no, right? Jurassic World Trilogy, the game. Now you can run in heels from the dinosaurs for multiple segments and get achievement points and trophies while you do it. Anyway. Anyway, I don't know. All right. Anyone else have questions for me? Please tag me in the chat. Yeah, Street Fighter, the movie, the game. Remember that shit? You want to talk about an abomination? No one is tagging me or asking me any questions. This is dramatic. A dramatic turn. No one has anything to talk to me about today. We have 340 people. Serious 7 just did a super chat. He says, I don't care what anyone says. Gotham Knights is awesome. My wife and I have a ridiculous amount of fun playing it. The 30 frame is annoying on PS5. Yeah, like I said, I really feel the one thing holding back Gotham Knights is the graphics. If that game had modern graphics, I don't think as many reviewers would have crapped on it. Because I don't really see that many flaws with it. I just don't. I tend to agree with you. What's my favorite sparkling water flavor? I don't really have one. I vary. I've wild cherry, key lime. This one is tangerine grapefruit. There's all these various different ones I drink for variety. Do I dislike playing Switch games? No, it's just that there really aren't many Switch exclusive games that are that good, that are worth playing right away. If there was a new Mario game right now, I would play it. If there was a brand new Zelda game right now, I would play it. If there was a brand new Metroid game like Metroid Dread, I played that last year. But the thing is, if you look at the games that come out for it, it's a lot of third-party stuff. Or, in the case of Pokemon, it's Pokemon. How many Pokemon games have we fucking played? There's like one a year, right? In fact, there were 2 last year, and I skipped one. So, that's what I mean. Like, if you look at the realm of exclusivity and what's considered big releases, when the big first-party Nintendo games come out, I'm very interested in them. But then you get a game like Mario plus Rabbids. Well, that's technically third-party. It doesn't have as much hype behind it. It's definitely kind of a wait style of game. You see what I mean?
We got another wingle there. Hang on. What did you say there?
Hype behind it. It's definitely kind of a wait style of game. You see what?
A wait style game. I don't even know what he said there, but he definitely said style. Something style game. Wait style. It was wait style. I said, what the fuck does that mean? What a wait style game? I don't even understand what it fucking means by that, but I don't fucking care. We got a fucking bingo. That is a triple. No, it's a double. It's a double bingo. Diagonal line and vertical line. We are 2 away from a full house. So, okay, guys, we need Phil to say positive, and we need him to say What are you talking about? Or what the fuck are you talking about? Either or. Keep in mind, if we get 100 likes on Phil's stream, if he gets to blow bubbles before starting gameplay, he gets to that's a free space for us. Although he's at 50 right now, so I don't think it's going to happen. Also, if Phil snorts 25 times, that's a free space as well. I don't think it's going to happen either. He's only at 8 right now, and that was the first. I updated that. I was at 7 for a long while. Now it doesn't. I want to reiterate: liking this stream won't give you a free space. I'll tell you what though. Hang on. I would say, I mean, we need 100 likes on Phil's stream for the, for the bubbles to get blown. But if this stream also gets 100 likes, either or. How about that? Either Phil gets to blow bubbles, or the stream gets 100 likes in time playing bingo. Either or. But usually, the first criteria is Phil to get 100 likes. But if I have more likes than him, then so be it.
See what I mean? And of course,
sorry, Lil Shadow said, Chill Murray has said a lot that Phil is on crack or some hardcore stuff, and with Phil's body fidgeting, I'm starting to agree. The thing is though, he's been doing it for so long. He has a history of doing this fucking leg jiggling antics, however, he's...
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Meth Bear for the tip. He says, many tie-in games are crap. I will defend the Chex Quest FPS game to the death. Fair enough. If you want to do that, then go for it. Yeah, definitely. I can't really think of many kind of movie tie-in games myself that I kind of enjoyed back in the day. I'm trying to think if there's any kind that I liked. I mean, anyone else a bit surprised that they never tried to do anything with Fast and Furious in a video game format, or maybe they did try and do something with Fast and Furious, but it was just so shit that no one talks about it. I'm really surprised that Fast and Furious never had some sort of video game sort of spin-off to it. Considering the fucking amount of movies they pump out, it's like fucking 9 or 10 or some pitch, or is it even mad? I don't even know how many fucking movies are at this point, Fast and Furious. But, there was a video game. There was actually a fucking video game of Fast and Furious, and it was ass. Jesus Christ. GoldenEye 64, the best movie game, says Game Brig, and I've never played it, but I understand the legacy that GoldenEye 64 had on the gaming community, and it's hard to disagree. GoldenEye 64 is up there. I mean, so many gamers. I mean, I've never played it, but I understand the importance of it. Put it that way. So yeah, it's got to be the best one for sure. It's always on everyone's like top 10s. For like the best ever games. Not just best movie games, but best games, especially in that kind of Nintendo era. Oh my god. Lord D-Dog says there was 3 Fast and Furious games, all 3 failed. I never fucking knew. I never knew. Although I'm not surprised, I guess, because, well, I mean, a lot of movie tie, as Mepper says, many tie games are crap. It's hard to disagree with that.
of course, if stuff's cross-platform, I'm always going to play it on the other console. Why on earth would I play it on the Switch and nerf myself and force myself to play an inferior version? I'd be an idiot, right? Am I planning to do another run on Elden Ring? Yes, I've said this all year long. I have to do a New Game Plus run because I ended the game on New Game Plus. So I have to do a New Game Plus run to get whatever point I need to get to do the DLC when the DLC eventually releases. I've told you guys all year I would consider doing it, but you guys basically said hold off or whatever, and I haven't done it. So there you go. Series 7 asked, do I miss the simplicity of story games from the mid-2000s to early 2010s? I was not playing story games from the mid-2000s to early 2010s. I actually jumped back into console gaming around 2007, 2008. I had ignored console games for most of that time from 2000 all the way till then because I was a competitive Street Fighter player. When I jumped back in, I started playing games like Mass Effect, Grand Theft Auto 4, Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, Bioshock 1, stuff like that. And then I became a YouTuber in 2008, and you guys know what I played since then. But I don't know exactly what you mean. If you could give me more information on specific games, I guess I could address it, but I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Sarah says, thanks for answering. I'm just salty you're not playing Bayonetta. Again, I've talked about Bayonetta, and the real reason I didn't play Bayonetta 3, I'll be honest with you, I thought Bayonetta 1 was interesting, but Bayonetta 1, I had never played a Devil May Cry game before. So that was my first experience and exposure to that style of gameplay franchise, okay? Bayonetta 2 came out tons of years later, right? Like way late for a sequel. It was a Wii U exclusive. I don't think it was that good of a game. And I'd already played Devil May Cry games and stuff that I thought I'd done it better, so I didn't really like it that much. I remember criticizing it and saying, I don't really like this as much as the first game. Bayonetta 3 coming out this year is like, you might as well not even have it come out. Seriously, like, it's so late in the game to have another installment of this game. Again, that formula has been done, I feel, better by other groups. You know, Devil May Cry 5 was really, really good. And I just don't really care anymore. I'm just being honest. Like, I've played, recent years, I've played games like Nier, and the Nier franchise does that kind of style of combat as well. And it's like, damn, I just don't really care about Bayonetta anymore. I really feel like that franchise has fallen out of prominence. And it seems like opinions on Bayonetta 3 are different. Some people really loved it. Some people hated it. Some people kind of liked it, but thought the ending was terrible. So I don't really know because I didn't play it. But I don't know. It's just not, to me, that's like the opposite of a big release. Simple and Yummy did a super chat asking about Kosovo and Serbia. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just going to say thank you for the super chat.
Do I count that? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Is that close enough, guys, to count that for bingo? Just want to get your thoughts on this. Sheet Metal says yes. Dashy says yes. MC2 says yes. Some guy named Steve says yes. Gregory Sennheiser says no. It's the only no I've seen so far from Gregory Sennheiser. Everyone else is saying yes apart from Gregory. Gregory, how's that not close enough? I don't understand. So, it's an interesting. I mean, you're only knowing a sea of yeses. I'm sorry, I think I'm going to have to kind of go with a majority here. It's not as if 2 or 3 people were saying no. I've literally seen one person say no, it's not close enough, and every single other person I've seen say yes. The profanity is not important, by the way. I said this. What are you talking about, or what the fuck are you talking about is acceptable. Him saying I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, it's one of those things. I mean, a majority, all but one said yes, so I'm going to count it. I can understand, kinda, why someone might not want to count it. It's a wee bit kind of taking slight liberties. James Holter says purple burglar alarm. Yeah, I know how to say that. Good one, pal. But yeah, that's a double bingo to play the horns for. Phil's currently got 53 likes, by the way, so we're probably not going to get free space. So we need Phil to say positive.
There you go. Expand Donk says he's really enjoying Mario plus Rabbids. The worlds are beautiful. They brought Grant Kirkhope and Yoko Shinomura in for music. I'm even testing myself with hard mode and I'm having a lot of fun. Sounds good. I'm excited to play it when I get to it.
Whoa, hold on. You're not going to fucking belittle a guy for having a big massive E-penis of playing on hard mode? Come on, Phil. You fucking mock people all the time for fucking bragging about playing on hard mode. You're not going to fucking, mock him? Why? It's because he gave you money? It's because he's a brand new fucking whale? You're not going to fucking belittle him for fucking bragging about playing on hard mode? Come on, Phil. Be true and authentic and just fucking have a go at him for playing on hard mode and fucking having a big E-penis about it. That's what you love doing, Phil.
Fun. Sounds good. I'm excited to play it when I get to it. Geo Yanks says, do you think your opinions of games are different review-wise now since when I started? Of course. Right now, I've been doing this pretty professionally for 14 freaking years. I've been doing it as a job since 2011, so...
Questionable. Professionally, I fucking right. Very questionable, but whatever. Just because this is your livelihood doesn't mean you're fucking doing it professionally.
11 years it's been my employment, and 3 years I did it as a hobby. I now have so much more experience under my belt as a gamer than I did when I started. When I started, like I said, I had skipped console games for some 8+ years because I was just playing competitive Street Fighter. I missed out the entire PlayStation 2, GameCube, and original Xbox generation. I skipped it.
To be honest, and he skipped it in one of the most important generations of console gaming. I might be off base here, but I think PlayStation 2 was such a fucking huge deal for a lot of people. PlayStation 2 for me is like my most... It's my favourite ever console, the PlayStation 2. I've got so many great memories playing that goddamn console. It's hard for me to think of, the PlayStation 2 is such a game changer. And Phil missed out on that. Gee, I mean, just honestly, man, it's such a great fucking console, man. I actually downloaded something from a PlayStation 4, so I don't have a PlayStation 5, right? But from a PlayStation 4, I had a thing where I downloaded the PlayStation 2 startup sound. So when you kind of launch the PlayStation 4, it sounds like the PlayStation 2. That kind of shit. People just love the PlayStation 2. It's such a great fucking console. They just got everything spot on, mate.
And then I came back into games with the Xbox 360 and the PS3. So that was a unique experience for sure. But now, of course, I have so much more to add to a game review simply because I've played so many games and I have so much experience under my, that I didn't have back then. Of course, I'm going to be different the older I get. Can I rate FromSoft games from best to worst? No, we don't do rankings live on the podcast. That's not how it works. Do you want that? Ask on Ask the King. I don't have a favorite overall playthrough. Is my video about the best and worst games this year around the corner? Typically, my countdown of Game of the Year awards and most disappointing games of the year is either the last week of December or the first week of January, and that's what I'm aiming for this year. It will be live streamed like usual, where I do a countdown live streamed and all of that, and then it becomes a video series on demand on YouTube. So, Series 7 did another super chat. He says, I mean, the era of gaming when devs released full games before the updating and DLCs, when games were polished and well written. Of course, and that was definitely a time that was unique that we probably will never get back, because now as the internet has made progress and everyone has the ability to just patch the shit out of a game even though it's not done at release, that's just the case. And it's weird because now you buy a game on a disc and there's no game on the disc. That's what just happened with Modern Warfare. The disc was a placeholder, 73 megabyte file on the disc. You have to download the whole game. It's like, yeah, that's games moving forward. You just got to get used to it. But yeah, it was definitely a different time. Am I going to watch the Game Awards live? I have no idea. I actually don't even know when they are. I've been paying no attention to them, so I have no clue when they're going to be. I guess come early December, I should. And it's up to you guys if you really want me to watch the whole thing live or not. The thing is, this year, I definitely tried to do live reacts, right? I did. I tried to do live reacts, and they didn't work out. Let's be honest here. They did not work out at all. The live reacts I didn't get a lot of viewership, didn't get a lot of engagement. People didn't really care. People cared more about me composing my thoughts and doing my summary videos and my after the fact reactions than they did my...
Long story short, Phil's shite at live reacts because he's not great at thinking on the spot of things to say. It's why when he fucking reacts to anything, even these fucking older fucking YouTube videos, like the fucking Howard and John video, he had to fucking watch it several times beforehand and prepare notes because he's shite at live reacting.
My live reacts, alright? The thing is, there's people out there who've been doing live react to this shit for years and years, and they overact, they do all kinds of dumb shit, right? And that's the case. Now, by the way,
they're better at it than you are. They're able to fucking think of things on the goddamn fly and react to it and fucking put forward some sort of interesting opinion or whatever. Yeah, yes, of course, there's some fucking clowns out there who just fucking do goofy shit. But the fact of the matter is, though, some people have fucking done well doing live reacts because they're able to fucking think on the fly of things to fucking say and fill in that fucking void of dead air. And you just fucking sit and stare blankly at a live fucking broadcast going, right, oh yeah, oh no, no, shit, you're just barely fucking reacting, barely adding anything a fucking value to it, as you just sit like some fucking pale zombie watching some live show go on with nothing of value to add to it whatsoever.
I'm talking about live reacts. That's different than what you guys are saying. Like someone said, what about the Wings one? That's not a live react. That wasn't live. I was watching a video. That's different. I'm talking about the live reacts, like reacting to Summer Game Fest, reacting to the Sony press conference, the Xbox show. No one cared about that. The views were not there. The attendance was not there. No one really cared about me doing it live, which I'm not shocked at because I'm not someone known about doing it live, So people, like I said, people cared more about me relaxing and listening and then formulating an opinion and doing a recap with my reactions to everything after the fact. That actually got more attention and engagement. December 18th at 11 a.m. Central Time. Oh, I don't know what the fuck Central Time is. What is that shit? Right? I'm gonna put that on my calendar. December 18th. I'll have to look up the time because I don't know what the fuck 11 a.m. Central Time is. It doesn't make sense. Why would the Game Awards be 11 a.m.? The Game Awards are a primetime show. Something's up there. Anyway. So, I'll look into it. I'll have to figure this out. But I'm not opposed to doing it, but at the same time, being that the live reacts that I did to live events this year did not take off, I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe I'll do like everyone else. Well, I'll do like I always do. I'll talk about it after the fact. You know, we'll see. Obi's like your live reacting makes you feel like we're there with you literally, like when you were recording your TV for playthroughs, you felt it was good. Yeah, but again, if you take a look at that versus other stuff I've done, it got like no traction. I'm serious. Like the live react events did like nothing. Nothing. They weren't even worth doing in some cases. They sent me back on the games I was playing. See, 9 a.m. Pacific doesn't make any sense. Why would the Game Awards be at 9 a.m. Pacific time? That doesn't make sense at all. It's not correct. No, I did not react to the previous Game Awards. Why start now? Well, I guess people are insinuating because I did a lot of React stuff this year, and this was the first year I did it, right? Let's be honest. This is the first year I reacted to anything. I never had reacted to videos or anything like that before. This is the first genuine time I've done it. You know what I would love to do, which I can't do? It really upsets me, because I would really love to do this. I would love to watch Christmas specials with you guys and react to the specials live with you. Really. Like, imagine watching the Rankin Bass Christmas specials and singing along. Imagine watching, like, some of the classic Christmas movies. And then be able to laugh and react to all you and make jokes and everything. But you can't do that.
It's almost like he fucking wants to replace like family and friends with stream chat. These are the kind of things you would fucking do perhaps with fucking family and loved ones around to your fucking home during the holiday season and celebrate great special times together. But nah, he hasn't got any of that shit available to him. All he's got is a fat cat and also a pet cat called Jasper. Who barely fucking care about him. Phil, you neglected your own fucking family, you abandoned your family and your fucking friends back in fucking Connecticut. You chose to fucking flee there, and you fucking chose to go across the goddamn country by yourself and isolate yourself. It's your own goddamn fault that you're such a lonely little boy this Christmas.
Yeah, they don't let you. Oh, it's copywritten. Yeah, I know. It sucks, because that's something that would be really neat for a holiday special. Imagine that, the React special. We watch, like, Home Alone. You know, Santa Claus is coming to town. Gremlins. You know what I mean? Like, we would pick, like, 3 or 4 things to watch and have, like, a fun holiday React event. You can't do it. It's not allowed. Good luck getting the rights to do that shit. Good luck. You have to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars, I bet, to do it.
I actually do play some mobile games. I do. Alright? The ones that I play are free to play.
Oh, yes. The holiday classic Love Actually. That's the first movie that comes to mind when I think Christmas movies, of course. A movie I'll never fucking see, for sure. Die Hard? See, Die Hard I would watch. It's a good movie. Did I play the Batman, Superman, Spider-Man games on GameCube? I know I did. No, I missed that whole era. I missed the PS2, GameCube, Xbox original era. The only games I owned were fighting games. I had various versions of Street Fighter on PS2. I actually had Capcom vs. SNK 2 on original Xbox because it had online component. Also, I had Third Strike, Street Fighter Third Strike on Xbox because it had online component. Eventually, I bought a GameCube at a big discount, and I bought a bulk of games like Resident Evil 4, and I had Mario and the Thousand Year Door, and maybe like 2 others, like Metroid Prime. I never even opened it. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much missed out on that entire era of gaming. I didn't really come back into gaming full-time until 2007, 2008. I got a back injury, and I could no longer travel to play Street Fighter because I couldn't drive long distances anymore because my back was all fucked up. So when that happened, I basically changed my lifestyle, and I became a console gamer again. Of course, I had a Dreamcast. I had a Japanese Dreamcast, and I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, as well as Japanese Sonic Adventure. I played the Japanese version. I had no idea what anyone was saying, but I loved the game. I had no idea what to do. I had to look up online guides and shit, but I loved it. I never played a Jet Set Radio game. Nope, never. Do I wish I was playing God of War Ragnarok today instead of Sonic Frontiers? Yes and no. Like, the game's great, and I can't wait to play it again, but it's good to mix things up. It is, and I like Sonic Frontiers so far. I'm intrigued by it. I feel like if I don't alternate, I will never get to Sonic Frontiers, because you know God of War is going to be such a long game, so I'm happy to be alternating.
Alright. Today, some shithead hater will take something that I say out of context.
The Game Awards are December 8th at 4:30 at Pacific time. Boy, could you be any different? That's completely wrong from what the other guy said. How is he so wrong? That's not even close. Now I deleted a fucking date and it pisses me off. I think High on Life is on the 13th. I hope.
YouTube doesn't care. Illegal, immoral.
Alright, I'll have to see. I don't know. It's kind of a bad time for that, seriously.
This is fucking toxic. Cuck life. It became a meme, right? The meme was to hate on me. Were there legitimate reasons? At first, there were.
Okay.
But over the years...
Alright, any final questions here, guys, before we get started with Sonic? Thoughts on Lord of the Rings? I love the books. I love the original trilogy of movies. I haven't seen the new show. I've heard bad things about it. I haven't seen it. I thought the Hobbit movies were okay. Rodom Electric says it's called Watch Along. You don't need to show us the movie on stream. You can watch the movie alongside you. Yeah, so here's how you do a watch along. Okay? What I would do is I would have the movie ready to watch here on my TV, and what you would just have is the camera, me, okay? And all it would be is me doing commentary and jokes while we're watching it live together. I wouldn't be able to pause. Basically, we'd have to keep playing endlessly. But so let's say, for example, we were going to watch Home Alone. So I'd say to everyone, all right, everyone, you have Home Alone queued up? We're going to press play in a second, and we do a countdown. Like, and when I count to 0, we all press play together. And then we watch the movie together, because you would have to watch whatever, maybe you have it on Blu-ray, maybe you have a digital version you can watch on demand on your own app or whatever it is. We would all press play. And so I would watch it here, and I would do commentary with you guys live as an audience while the movie was playing. The one bummer about Watch Along is you can't pause it. Because if you pause it, now everyone's desynced. But that means that if anything happens, like I gotta piss, oops, you can't piss, or you gotta miss part of the movie. The other bummer is shout outs and things are gonna go over the movie. So let's say, for example, we're doing a watch along. Oh, here's the contribution. Thanks to Simple and Yummy for the super chat, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking right over the movie. You see? There's not much you can do about that. So there's definitely some downsides to watch along. Like, I know for a fact it was actually Riff Tracks. These are the same guys who made the TV show Mystery Science Theater 3000. There was a strong desire for them to do their style of commentary over modern works of art rather than movies that were public domain. So they did, but they can't show the new modern stuff. So instead, they just record the commentary, and you hit play, and you listen to them talk over the modern stuff. So could you do it? Yes. Would it be popular? I have absolutely no clue. Also, I don't know how viable it would be, you know, for a live stream. So. Have I watched Game of Thrones? I saw the first 3 to 4 seasons, and then I fell off and stopped watching. Yep. All right, guys. Last chance to ask a question, because then we're gonna adjourn, and I'm gonna jump into Sonic Frontiers. Okay. Last chance. By the way, final reminder that today, because we're doing Sonic Frontiers, and I have committed to doing this for the entire Sonic Frontiers playthrough, if we hit our $100 funding goal for today's Sonic Frontiers stream, I will wear the Sonic hat. I know it looks silly as hell. It's very uncomfortable. It's hard to keep on my head, but I told you guys I would do it just for this playthrough only. This hat will not be eligible for other playthroughs, okay? Okay, excuse me. Here we go. Trigger says, I actually own the same hat. It is uncomfortable. It falls to one side and the strap doesn't even work for me. Like the strap, it never stays on. Like it just comes apart right in the middle of me wearing it, so the hat doesn't stay on. It just falls off. Series 7 says, do you think we'll get a new weapon, and what weapon do you think we'll get in God of War? I do believe there's going to be at least one or more new weapons. If it follows the formula of every God of War game, even 2018, there will be a new weapon. What will it be? I surmised it would be Thor's hammer. Maybe halfway through the game, you have an epic boss fight against Thor, you'll beat him, and you'll take his hammer from him. So now you have not only the axe, but the hammer too. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Yes, that is something I should mention. It is officially the 2-year anniversary of the launches of both the Xbox Series S and X as well as the PS5. 2 years these consoles have been out, and you still in the United States cannot just walk into a store and buy one. They don't exist. Can you believe that shit? You just can't go buy one. You have to get them online. You have to like pre-order still. I think it's getting better. Like some people have been saying, you can walk in and find an Xbox in certain territories. Outside of the US, apparently you can buy an Xbox Series S or X everywhere. It's just the US that has this production problem for some reason. But PS5 apparently you still can't get anywhere. Am I fan of the Addams Family? Because a new show by Tim Burton called Wednesday's coming to Netflix. Yeah. Did I like the 1990s Addams Family movies? Yes. Did I ever even watch the original show? No. Did I watch anything that was Addams Family after the 90s movies? No. So, when they were part of pop culture in the 90s because of the 2 movies, I liked it, and outside of that, I never cared. So. Davian says, yes, I can confirm in the UK, the Xbox is just everywhere. You can buy it, but the PS5, you're still months waiting list. Red Gamer says PS5s are available in your area? Really? Don't tell us exactly where you live, but can you tell us what country? I'm just curious. Shirtless stream when? Never. I don't take my shirt off. There's a lot of other people who do that on YouTube. You can go watch them, but I don't do that stuff. All right, last chance for a question, guys, because we're going to adjourn. I'm going to quickly use the restroom, and then we're going to get started with Sonic. The U.S., now, Red Gamer, I don't know about that. I haven't heard about anywhere in the United States where you could just walk into a store and buy a PS5. I've not heard that at all. Trigger says on the East Coast, the Series S is commonly around. When I think I see a Series X, it turns out it's just the mini fridge they're selling. That's funny. They're selling the mini fridge. Danny says, I got a PS5 at GameStop the other day. You're going to tell me you walked into a GameStop, you walked up to the counter, and you said, excuse me, good man, would I be able to purchase a PlayStation 5 entertainment gaming system from you? And he said, why, yes, by Jove, you fellow chap. We have them readily in stock. How would you like to pay for your gaming peripheral purchase today? And you said, I would like to use my financial institution of choice tied to this debit card. That happened. I don't believe you.
Shut up, bitch!
I think that's baloney. Red Gamer is claiming in Pennsylvania he's seen them at both Best Buy and Target. No, more than likely, if you bought a PS5 at GameStop, you actually, at night, what happened is you actually climbed up to the rooftop and you took like a pry bar and you pried a hole into the roof and you crawled into the roof, into the ceiling tiles of the store, and you actually lived in the ceiling of the store for a couple weeks until you heard when the shipment came in, and then you crashed through the ceiling and said, "I'd like to buy a PS5. I'm first in line. I'm here." Okay, it sounds like baloney to me. I don't know. That's pretty funny. Anyway, all right, guys. I think it's time to end the show. Thanks for being a chill.
The fucking irony of this fucking hermit that barely leaves his fucking domicile unless he fucking has to go out and get fucking food or some pish. Having a fucking go and trying to fucking question on how the fucking state of trying to buy a console in the United States, his own country, is like. Obviously, the United States is a very big fucking country, and there might be some fucking supply issues on one side of the country compared to the fucking other. Who fucking knows? But him pretending to fucking understand what a supply is like for consoles, as if he fucking goes into these fucking game shops all the fucking time, as if he's got his fucking finger on the pulse of how many fucking consoles these fucking shops have at a fucking disposal. Now, he goes on Twitter. He basically goes off on what people fucking say on Twitter. The internet is basically his fucking local shop these days. He has no fucking idea of what it's like to fucking go into a fucking game shop these days and see what it's fucking like. When's the last time this fucking idiot went to a fucking game shop? When? When do we think Phil Bonnell was last in a fucking game shop in any capacity? Probably years ago. Probably years and years. Probably fucking years and years and years and years and years ago. There's no fucking reason to go into a fucking game shop anymore these fucking days. He fucking honestly stays home and plays games and fucking, stream them, and it gets all his games fucking digital too as well. It doesn't even fucking to buy fucking games. I find it impossible to believe that he's never been to a fucking game shop in the whole time he's been in Washington. Surely the fuck he has been in a game shop at least one fucking time in goddamn Washington. But I'm saying, no, it's probably not been in a fucking one in like, maybe a couple of years at least, or several fucking years. So how is he going to fucking understand what the fucking demand for consoles is like in his local establishments? He's just assuming, because people fucking talk about it on the internet all the time, I can't get a PS5, I can't get this, I can't get that. He's just basically going by what the internet says in general. He can't verify it for himself.
Audience, let's end the show. I'm going to take a very brief rest to use the restroom here, and we're going to jump right into Sonic Frontier. Sound good? Thank you all. And, one final thing, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay. I almost forgot how to get the gameplay on the screen. Okay. Get the setup. Like I said, it's very quickly going to take a leak, and then we can get started here. All right, is that good? That's good. Leaderboard's good. No, it's not. Leaderboard's way off. There we go. All right, I'm not going to monetize you. I'm just going to mute the mic, go next door, pee, and wash my hands and come right back, and then we'll start. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a moment.
And Phil has fucked off to go pee. And as you guys can see, we are behind by, fucking, whatever fucking amount of time. I'm just going to spam the arrow key until he comes back. He's probably not going too fucking long.
Being patient?
There we fucking go.
All right, guys, I'm back. Time to get started. Thanks for being patient. All right. Let's see here.
I need him to say positive.
Here we go. Was I shitting? No, I was not shitting. I was pissing, and then I saw what my wife was up to. No surprise. She's playing some God of War today, so I cannot watch her. I'll be monstrously spoiled. She's way ahead of me in the game, so. All right. It's time for Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. There you go.
Shut the fuck up!
Blue streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. All right, I gotta stop singing. You guys ready? Probably a bear. Yes, we celebrated me hitting 200,000 subs a couple months ago. Thank you for the sentiment, though. I appreciate that. Better late than never, right? All right, you guys ready? Look at the sky. Look at all the shit in the sky. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. All right, let's continue. Here we go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta be fucking kidding me the fuck on. How in the fuck do we not get a goddamn bingo at that? Phil doesn't say positive. No, fuck this shit. Fuck this. Hold the fuck on. I'm calling shenanigans here. I'm fucking calling shenanigans. Didn't say fucking positive, so when did he last fucking say it? Yesterday, November 11th, he said it like fucking 3 times. Didn't say it on the 10th, bizarrely enough. November 10th, I didn't say it, but yeah. The 9th, the fucking 8th, the 7th, the 6th, the 5th. Hang on a second. No fucking wonder he didn't fucking say it in the goddamn 9th. Because it was the 10th. He didn't say it in the fucking 10th because it was a goddamn day off. Right, these upload dates, don't look at the upload dates. The upload dates are going to be a day later. Look at the dates here in the title of the video. Because that's the actual date of the fucking podcast. November 10th was Phil's day off, so that's why I didn't fucking say it on the 10th. Day off, his day off. Wait, he says it every fucking day. November 6th, November 5th, November 4th, the 3rd he was off, the 2nd, the 1st. Jesus fucking Christ, he said it every single fucking day in November so far in his podcast. He didn't say it today. Or if I did say it today, we missed it. It's one of those things, I'm going to check when Phil uploads his podcasts later on. So basically at some point tomorrow, and then I'll check tomorrow morning and make sure he didn't just fucking say it and we missed it. Because that's quite fucking possible as well. It is possible we all just fucking missed him saying positive. But I'm sorry guys, we couldn't get a fucking full house. We were one away. And Phil didn't get 100 likes on his podcast either. He didn't snort 25 times, no free spaces, and we're that fucking close to a goddamn full house. And that is the one word that fucking let us down. 1,450 results for Phil saying the word positive on podcasts alone, and I didn't say it today. For some arbitrary fucking reason. I am annoyed. I am miffed. I am ticked off. Insert random annoyance here. I don't know. I mean, what can you fucking do about that? There's nothing I can fucking do to make Phil say this fucking thing. It's just bizarre. But, guys, that's what I'm saying. That's just how it goes sometimes. Phil, as predictable as he is, and all this shit is why I play bingo, is we can play bingo and fucking make these things up all the time. This is how predictable Phil is. And yet this is how fucking unpredictable it can be as well, because sometimes he'll just fucking forget to say positive. For whatever fucking reason. I guess he's not feeling very fucking positive today, for whatever fucking reason, but there you go. But actually, we'll hit live. Let me go to live DSP. Phil is still on 11 buckaroos. Poor fucking Phil. That was a very strong bingo card indeed. You're right, Tom Tony, it was a strong card. I'm just going to fucking wrap things up here. That being said, guys are starting their show in like 40 minutes time. This will live redirect you to their stream, but it won't be live yet. They might be going live at 1:15, which is still a bit away. I'm never usually finishing this early. It's strange to have fucking been finishing this early, but I didn't pause a huge amount. And Phil was a very boring fucking podcast, to be honest. Phil didn't have a whole lot to talk about, and in turn, I didn't have a whole lot to fucking bitch and whine and moan about because Phil didn't have much to say. So it just kind of goes hand in hand, is what it fucking is. Guys, I'm just going to fucking wrap things up there. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I've got a new notification. What's this? Oh, yeah, that's right. Shinko tweeted to Moist. I just want to thank Moist Critical for bringing up that begging is DSP's brand. Ever since then, he's been trying not to beg. It's like you checked him, maybe more content creators should cover him so that way he knows people are watching him scam his audience. And that's it, in turn, try and be an operative word. He still begs, but knows obviously. He's no mentioned bills in a while, shockingly. However, this won't stop him from reminding fans daily that they can send him credits so he can purchase new games. He's a 40-year-old and he's kids to buy him his fucking games. That's Phil burning off you, fucking... And Phil won't think of it as begging. Because Phil hasn't mentioned his fucking tips or bills or shit, and he's calling it credits instead, he won't say that's fucking begging or whatever shit. Because that's the kind of fucking, semantics Phil pulls on you. Yeah. Fuck it all. Guys, I'm sorry it wasn't a full house today. We were so damn close to a fucking full house. Somehow, some way, we did not fucking get it. But that's just Phil being Phil. As predictable as he is, he's also unpredictable when it comes to not saying things you expect him to fucking say. I would never have fucking guessed that positive would be the one thing that let us fucking down today. I mean, we could have had... Imagine if we had meaningful on that card instead of positive. The cursed word would have won us a full house because I said meaningful earlier on the podcast. It's bizarre. It's absolutely fucking bizarre. But guys, anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate everyone being here to help out and supporting whatever way you can. Also keep me writing chats, keep me writing the card for things I may have missed or whatever. 24 out of 25 still a very strong card. I do hope you enjoyed the rest of your Saturday, how you wish to spend it, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
Alright, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.